Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Um, I stopping. I wanted to always some good information about Shanquella. She's the young lady that went to Mexico with her friends. She didn't um, her friends in Mexico. I guess it was an altercation. It was like people were sitting around videoing fight that took place. But one of the young ladies that was on the trip broke her neck in the spot by body slam. But from my knowledge, it was three young ladies and all of them jumped. Uh, these are people you call your friends. And one of the guys was supposed to be the best friend. But I'm going to get more into that. I just wanted to clear, and I hope that that plays well. And this was her father. Was extremely devastated to hear that his daughter had passed. I wanted to play that clip and everybody hear
For them to do what they did, man, it just seemed like it was a plot because they couldn't have did that over here, man. They couldn't have did that over here, where her friends, all her friends are. It wouldn't have went down like that, man. They don't realize, what they done done, man. They just robbed. They just put a hole in my heart, man. That was
And so I don't know if y'all was able to hear, but the father was crying and he was really devastated that he had lost his only child. Um, and he was saying that he couldn't walk her down the aisle. He would never have any grandchildren because they took that from him when they don't know what they did when they killed her. And so right now, I'm just bringing awareness. Be mindful. Everybody that we think are our friends are not necessarily your friends. You got people that are jealous of you. And the young lady had no idea um, that her so-called friends were jealous because one of the gentlemen would take trips with them. One of the mothers, her mother was speaking out on the news, and she was saying that he would take trips with them. And I think a lot of them went to college together, so they was college friends. And I guess after college, they still was sort of hanging out together. But she thought they were her friends, and they wasn't. So they betrayed her. They took her to Mexico. The father feels as if they took her to Mexico and they deliberately done this to her. Um, so, with that being said, she is from North Carolina. She was from Charlotte, North Carolina. Her friends told the parents that they thought that she had alcohol poisoning and that they could not take her to a hospital in Mexico because they wanted 5,000. And they were saying that their daughter had insurance, so they didn't understand um, about 5,000 when she had insurance. But they say in Mexico they wouldn't take her insurance; she had to pay cash. I'm assuming, but they were able to get a nurse or something out. At least that's what they told the mother. And so she thinking her daughter was just sick, and she'll talk to her the next day. But then the next day they was telling her that her daughter had passed away. And it was due to alcohol poisoning. And they hopped on the plane and flew back to North Carolina as if nothing had happened. And they left her in the hotel. I guess it was like a suite. It was real beautiful, upscale neighborhood, but they left her there deceased on the floor, sitting in a chair. I don't know which one it was. So this is all allegedly. Um, but it seems that the videos that are out here is showing two of the young ladies that really beat her. I mean, they beat her, and then one of them who did the final blow, she picked her up and body slammed her. But she picked her up by her neck, and with her being so petite, it broke her neck. And one of the young ladies, Winter and Donovan, Winter Donovan, and Deshae Johnson. I'm thinking they're, if I'm pronouncing their names correctly. But what got me the most about this story is that when they got back, they went and sat with her mother. And I think that's the most heartbreaking thing to me is how can you go and sit down at the table with her mother and cry with her that her daughter is deceased and that she died from alcohol poisoning. If that wasn't the biggest betrayal, I don't know what is. And so when the autopsy come back, that's when the mother found out that her daughter's neck had been broke. Uh, wow, this is heartbreaking. My heart goes out to the family. I can imagine what they're going through. My daughter's around the same age as their daughter. And so I can understand even losing a child, period, at such a young age. And like the dad say, I thought I would die before my child. And so I can feel his pain because who wants to bury their child? um, is very heartbroken and saddened. And so I think, to me, I could see, and this is my opinion, I could see a bunch of jealousy because she was a young lady that was doing good. From my knowledge, she was doing very well. Um, she had her own hair salon, I think maybe a nightclub, and it was something else they said she was doing. I'm not quite sure, but I guess she was doing pretty good to be her age. She was, and I'm quite sure some of the other ones may have not been doing as well as her. And like I say before, envy, when people envy you, envy turns into jealousy, and jealousy turns into hate. And oftentimes people hate you, and you don't have a clue that they really hate you. So be mindful of the friends that you pick, because everybody that say they're your friend is not your friend. Um, I know what it's like to be betrayed by people I think I can trust, and you can't trust everybody. I don't know what this world is coming to. People are so heartless nowadays. They portray that they're your friends, but in reality, those are the ones that'll stab you in the back and cut your throat. Be careful of who you sitting down and eating lunch with, because they portray they're your friends, but that doesn't mean they're really your friends, because friends don't hurt friends, not intentionally, but they broke her neck. Um, I was just heartbroken to hear that. And now the FBI has gotten involved with the Mexico police, because at first the Mexico police was saying they didn't see any wrongdoing. But after the autopsy came out and seeing that her neck was broke, um, and I think they charged the parents close to 6,000 to have her shipped back to North Carolina, and the parents paid the money. But I also heard that the friends allegedly got money from the parents as well, or they stole her money, close to between $6,000 and $10,000. I'm not sure. So I'm like, wow, that's a lot. But the FBI has gotten involved, and hopefully they will capture them and expedite them all back to Mexico to stand trial and serve in Mexican prison, because this was definitely murder. It was murder. So I say again, be mindful of the people you call your friends. In this day and time, you have associates. I don't even call people my friends, because everybody I thought was my true friend turned out to be an associate. Um, Friends don't hurt friends. And so I hate this happened to her. And my heart goes out to the family. I send them my condolences. I'm praying for them that they do get justice, because this was very heartbreaking. And for somebody to come and sit down, that's like the devil sitting down at the table with you eating lunch, and you surrounded by these people that you think that they love your daughter and they care about you, and in reality they were sitting there telling lies the whole time. And they even lied to the police, saying it was alcohol poisoning, she died from alcohol. And then you get your child body and see that she's been beat up and her lip is cut. They beat her, and then the videos start leaking out where you can see them actually beating her naked. She didn't even have on any clothes. They were beating her nude. So this is what I'm hearing so far, is that the FBI has gotten involved. The Mexican police is I guess they're working together to have them expedited back to Mexico to stand trial. So hopefully in a few days or something, we'll hear that the FBI has locked somebody up for this young lady's uh, death. If not all six of them, I think it was six of them took a trip. She was number seven. If all six had a play in the part, if you sat there and watched it, to me, you're an accessory to murder. If you didn't do anything to stop it. One of the young guys was saying, hit him back. But you're sitting here watching it instead of stopping it. And she didn't fight back. The young lady didn't even fight back. So, what all happened, I don't know. I'm quite sure in days ahead that everything will come out. But I just wanted to leave it there and let you know to please be mindful of the people we call our friends. Be mindful of who your children are calling their friends and who they are bringing home and saying, this is my friend. Um, be mindful and try and guide your children, and hopefully they won't end up in a situation as this young lady has ended up in with people she thought was her friends. So I'm going to end right there, and hopefully I'll come back if I hear some more news. Hopefully that the FBI would step in and go ahead and expedite them back to Mexico. I'm waiting to hear that they are all locked up because they all need to be in jail if you participated. Thank you for stopping in. Hit my like button. Hit my subscribe button. I enjoy this. I enjoy you. Thank you for stopping in to listen, and have a great day.